To maximize Phoebe's damage, we need to understand exactly how her kit works. First up, the easy stuff. She has a basic attack 3, a heavy attack, and with her midair attack, she actually uses the staff to fly in midair, which is pretty cool. So if you hold the heavy attack button, you can actually just fly through the air, which is pretty cool. She has a dodge counter as well, but the big portion of her damage is going to come from utilizing her Forte Circuit with her Resonance skill. First up, with her Resonance skill, this is where the crowd control comes in. So you'll press it, you'll summon a ring of mirrors at the target location, making the target hit stagnate for 2 seconds and dealing Spectro damage. The stagnation effect can be applied up to 12 targets, and if you use the Resonance skill, again, you'll actually teleport in the middle of the ring of mirrors. When Phoebe is outside the ring of mirrors, a basic attack or dodge counter that hits it will refract Holy Light. When Phoebe is inside the ring of mirrors, her basic attack becomes Chamuel's Star, which performs up to 3 attacks, dealing Spectro damage considered basic attack damage. If you notice on Phoebe's Forte bar, she has this yellow line. This is her prayer meter. When it is full, you can either hold your basic attack or your Resonance skill to enter one of 2 modes. If you hold the basic attack, she'll perform the heavy attack Absolution, dealing Spectro damage and applying 1 stack of Spectrofrazzle to the target's hit, and Phoebe will enter what's called Absolution status, which allows her to deal more damage. But if you hold the Resonance skill, you'll cast Resonance skill Utter Confession, dealing Spectro damage and applying 1 stack of Spectrofrazzle to the target's hit, and Phoebe will enter the Confession status, which allows her to better exploit Spectrofrazzle. Also, big thing to know, Absolution and Confession cannot coexist, so once you're in one mode, you have to exhaust all your Divine Voice before entering the next one, and we do that by using Heavy Attack Star Flash. When casting your basic attack stage 3 or a dodge counter, replaces that heavy attack with Heavy Attack Star Flash, which deals Spectro damage at the cost of 30 Divine Voice. Now, if you're in Absolution, the enhancement is it reduces the cost of Divine Voice by 15, which means you could do 4 of these attacks. When the targets hit have Spectrofrazzle, the skill gains 256% damage amplification. If you're under Confession, the enhancement is it applies 5 stacks of Spectrofrazzle to the target's hit. Her Resonance Liberation and her Ultra skill do different things depending on what status you have. When using the Resonance Liberation, Dawn of Enlightenment, if you have Absolution, it increases the damage multiplier by 255%, making it a very strong ultimate. Or if you have Confession, it applies 8 stacks of Spectrofrazzle to the target's hit. Her Ultra skill, Attentive Heart, just like with other main DPSs, does a decent amount of damage. So depending on the activity you're running, you can either have a nuke Ultra skill or an Ultra skill that's going to help a character like Spectro Rover and deal more Spectrofrazzle damage and have it last longer.